As dawn breaks over the Serengeti, the stakes are incredibly high. These tactical gorillas of the wild
This daring maneuver is executed with lightning speed. The risk is extreme, as provoking the pride's wrath often means certain death.
This unprecedented display of dominance sends a clear message, one that will resonate deeply within both the pride and the chimp.
The heavyweight champion struggles, clawing desperately at the bark. But the defensive artillery class of the Chimps.
Here, in the golden hour, a siege begins. The perimeter guard holds strong, but the siege class is closing in.
As the lions roar below, the support class relies on one another. It is in these moments of high tension that their social bonds are truly tested. This agile strut class maneuver is met with swift, coordinated resistance. In close quarters combat,
This commander class action coordinates the troops' defenses. The effectiveness of this vocalization is its primary weapon against predators.
Here we see the artillery class in action. The chimps deliberately select their projectiles, a clear display.
This strategic pincer maneuver allows the pride to surround the target. Their group hunting strategies are complex.
This tactical pause highlights the energy demands of the savannah, while the chimpanzees reinforce social bond.
The evolutionary advantage of an arboreal existence is clear. High above the plains, the lion attempts an engineer-class approach, utilizing the leaning branch. But the chimps anticipate the move.
The cub's distress signal immediately alters the dynamic. Such vocalizations often trigger a swift escalation of
This logistics class coordination is essential for keeping the prize out of reach. Group cooperation allows them to take on much larger opponents.
The intense heat profoundly impacts these species. While the lions pant relentlessly, the shade of the
Here we observe a rare moment of interspecies communication, relying solely on intimidation tactics as a survival strategy.
A display of tactical brilliance by the gorillas. The apex tanks have failed this time, leaving us in anticipation of their next encounter.
This change in environment shifts the advantage entirely to the primates, leaving the heavy-bodied Asiatic lions struggling in the dense undergrowth below.
While lions are masters of the flat savannah, the tangled forest is a labyrinth that favors the arboreal specialists.
These sentries provide early warnings, allowing the main troop to maintain a safety buffer zone of several hundred meters at all times.
Then look. The biological reality is stark. Without maternal care, the cub faces insurmountable odds in this
Flaps come straight to the garden bend.
These primate politicians must weigh the risks of continuing the journey versus finding a permanent defensive position for the night.
This behavior is a calculated risk, designed to maintain mental dominance over the apex ground predators.
This remarkable display of allo-parenting highlights the complex nature of maternal instinct, even across species.
While the males roar in frustration, the females utilize quiet professionalism to stalk their targets.
This is the early warning system activated. The chimpanzee's bark specifies the threat, allowing the troop to become combat ready.
This aerial bombardment showcases remarkable spatial intelligence. The chimps must calculate the distance and lead their moving target from a significant height.
These high-stakes encounters are essential for the cultural evolution of the troop, ensuring future generations know how to handle the pride.
This is the final defensive line for the day, a place where the lions have zero chance of reaching them.
The pride faces a significant caloric deficit. Time spent pursuing chimps means neglecting more sustainable prey.
This bivouac-class behavior involves the construction of elaborate sleeping nests. The chimps employ a safety in numbers strategy. Lions possess superior night vision, making the ground a dead zone for any chimp that might fall or try to descend during the night. The endgame remains a mystery. Is this a ransom, a long-term strategy, or merely a display of unmatched power?
The dawn chorus captures the forest as it wakes up.
The lions below have no access to water, putting them at a logistical disadvantage in a war of attrition. Non-lethal strikes are effective at keeping the predators on edge and preventing them from resting.
The rare but documented use of stones as aerial artillery in interspecies conflicts, marking a significant evolutionary milestone.
The battle is never truly over until the sun sets on the final survivor.
This is the strategic pivot, where the troop observes the lion pride's partial withdrawal. The lead male,
The specialist descends carefully, a probing maneuver designed to gather intelligence on the hidden pride.
Pride is refueling for a potential nighttime return, representing a cyclical siege strategy against the main group.
The chimps engage in sonic warfare, a tactic of auditory overload designed to induce neural fatigue.
This is resource diversification in action. The technological primate utilizes a tool.
Distance hunting heritage of lions is legendary. Their mental fortitude allows them to endure days of failure in pursuit of a single goal.
The logistical support class displays high intra-troop cooperation. This organizational superiority.
the chimps are preparing for a defensive surge, sensing that the lions might attempt another massed assault as the sun begins to dip. The rear guard issues a contact call, signaling the regrouping class maneuver. This strategic shift.
The Alpha displays quiet vigilance, a sign of the elite leader class. This is the weight of command.
The chimps demonstrate remarkable combat engineering. They modify the environment, creating a lethal This is the zenith of the conflict, where the numbers of the pride meet the vertical defense of the troop.
This psychological break highlights the importance of emotional regulation. As the older chimps reassure,
This is a war of nerves, where the lions are trying to vibrate the troop out of the tree.
the darkness favors the scotopic vision of the lions, turning every shadow into a potential lethal threat.
In this close-quarters stealth shot, the flanking maneuver is caught by infrared awareness. The chimp issues a warning in this multidimensional battlefield.
A coordinated assault. The chimps utilize heavy sticks, a clear display of asymmetric warfare that forces the lions into an instinctive retreat.
At what point does the prize become a burden?
The shared mammalian emotions and the universal language of loss that transcends species boundaries.
In the absolute dark, the rules of the savannah are rewritten, and the final move.
While the lions have the visual edge, the chimps possess spatial memory, knowing every foothold in their vertical fortress, even without light.
This is the Midnight Gambit, a final attempt by the Pride to use the Shroud of Darkness to bypass the chimpanzee sentry line.
This sensory compensation allows primates to turn their entire environment into a vibrational early warning system.
A sudden contact skirmish is captured in a flurry of motion as the sentry chimp drops a heavy impact projectile directly onto the climbing lioness.
The social contract of the chimpanzees, emphasizing that their survival collective is the only thing keeping the apex tank lions at bay through the long night.
The roar is a linguistic weapon designed to communicate the lion's absolute persistence. This is the logistics of survival. The siege-class lions are effectively starving the fortress.
The instinctive phalanx ensures that no matter which way a prey animal tries to escape, it will land directly in the jaws of a primary killer.
The final act. The environmental standoff has reached its limit.
The chimps' tactical advantage is being eroded by their biological needs, as they cannot survive another full day without water.
The documentary calls this escalated aggression, a sign that the diplomatic phase of the standoff has ended. The chimp's grin of war shows his strategy. The Pride launches a coordinated assault, a two-front war. This strategic evolution allows them to split the chimp's defenses.
This interceptor-class maneuver, a self-sacrificial defense, is the troops' only way to repel a climbing breach.
The chaos of the fall as the lions rush into the kill zone. But the chimp displays hyper-adrenaline agility.
This clash of sovereigns pits primate intellect against feline power. Respect is the only currency left.
In this tense standoff, the alpha chimp is communicating the terms. He demonstrates that the cub's fate rests in...
A tactical withdrawal is initiated. The troop begins a lateral canopy movement, a great primate exodus across the unstable bridges.
The Pride exhibits advanced tracking class instincts in this terrestrial pursuit. The chimps are heading toward the river barrier.
While chimps generally avoid water, they are now cornered by two deaths. The Pride behind them and the...
The narration emphasizes the choke point strategy, where the chimp's use of tools allows them to hold off a numerically superior force in this narrow space. The documentary notes that for the first time in the lion cub heist, the asset is being moved across a deadly threshold, where a single...
The board has shifted, but the Pride's memory is long.
The chimps have utilized geographical intelligence to create a natural moat, something the heavy-bodied lions are biologically loath to cross.
This island serves as a fortified command post, where the chimps can finally rest without the constant threat of a ground breach.
The ethics of the wild, questioning whether the chimp's tactical victory is a death sentence for the cub, who is now too far from its mother's milk to survive much longer.
A display of predatory persistence. This maternal determination overrides her natural aversion to water. The mission has shifted to a rescue operation.
Aerial reconnaissance confirms the threats. A three-way conflict is brewing, with lions on one side. While the lions are starving on the bank, the chimps have secured a self-sustaining fortress, further tilting the logistical balance in their favor.
This tactical innovation is a crucial safety protocol. The chimps are actively mapping the dangers of their aquatic perimeter.
The lions begin their encirclement strategy. This race against time showcases their spatial problem-solving and relentless... This intraspecies drama demonstrates the theory of mind. The chimp clearly understands the value of the asset she holds against her enemy.
Rain is a great equalizer, as it washes away scents and reduces visibility, allowing for a cloaked maneuver by either side.
This is the storm siege, a high-risk gamble by the apex predators. using the cover of the storm to get within striking distance of the island.
The bonobo chimpanzees are betting their lives on the laws of physics to keep the cub out of reach.
The pride leader arrives. His massive weight caused the muddy ground to sink.
This decoy maneuver highlights the complex strategy at play. The alpha demonstrates self-sacrificial intelligence to protect a high-value target.
This is the pinnacle of danger, where the lion-cub heist meets the river's maw.
Cooperation is the ultimate survival tool, allowing the troop to overcome impossible odds. This is the final checkmate, a display of engineering intelligence that the lions cannot replicate.
A rare sign of life. The mystery of this behavior leaves us questioning if the kidnappers have become caretakers.
The quiet aftermath of the conflict reveals the natural order restored. We witness the
In the wild, victory isn't about the strongest claw or the sharpest tooth. It's about the mind that can turn the landscape itself into a weapon.
This is the internal tribal conflict. The colonial class asserts dominance, while the infiltrator scouts assess the perimeter.
Life of the paradox, the adoption paradox, where the cub's scent begins to permeate the troop, potentially confusing the chimps' own biology.
This predatory vigil highlights the stalker-class patience of the lioness. Even across the water, the scent acts as a...
The chimps are now in a two-front war, defending the cub from the lions while fighting for their own survival against the island's original inhabitants.
This defense reinforcement utilizes natural weapons class tactics. The chimps show tool crafting precision, creating
environmental camouflage, an attempt to sever the scent link that connects the pride to the island, effectively making the cub invisible to the lions' noses.
The camera captures the biological toll on the nursery guard female, who is seen nutrient sharing her own food with the cub.
Cross-species innovation. The pressure of the loss is forcing the apex tank to attempt atypical problem-solving.
The chimpanzee displays calculated calm, observing the lion's log experiment. This is pure schadenfreude,
As the baboons launch their mass charge, the chimpanzees display remarkable combat cohesion and tactical formations.
A crucial developmental milestone. The cub's staggering gait shows its weakness, yet it quickly begins to imprint
A natural blockade in this complex ecosystem. Here, the chimp's safety is guarded by monsters they didn't recruit.
The predatory stamina of the pride is legendary. While the chimps think in tactical spurts, the lions think in generational cycles.
This advanced technology class showcases primate innovation.
The documentary calls this the invention of... The chimps are opportunistic strategists, waiting for the perfect chaos to make their move past the pride.
This infiltration class maneuver is the reverse heist. The kidnappers return to the lion's territory, proving the best place to hide is the last place they'd look.
The ultimate test of stealth, where biological discipline saves the troop from instant annihilation.
The jungle habitat is the natural domain of the chimp. This maladaptive environment class shot shows the cub hissing at the shadows.
The end of the road, the place where the lion cub heist becomes a permanent new reality.
The wild does not forgive. The pride must now return to the hunt, the biological cost of failure.